Well, we have had two big extremes when it comes down to the snow season so far. We know that last year was one of the snowiest on records, and now this season, we've only experienced 32 inches of snowfall in Casper. Little bits that we did add to that, though, earlier this week, and still can see impressive winter storms in April. We had one last year that pushed us to that record point. Now, what we are noting, though, with about 32 inches of snowfall on the board, that does put us right now currently at the lowest snow season on record. Now, we again still have April and even early May where some snowfall can be possible. So we'll see if we do pull out of that first place spot. But currently, the official records 1941 to 42 winter with only 33.4 inches does hold that first place seed. So we'll see where our snow season will officially end off, as we do even have some snowfall in our weekend forecast. Will that accumulate? There's still some questions there. But before we get to that point, note that we are dealing with some warming sunshine, even noting that we're gaining about 5 to 10 degrees each day with our high temperatures, meaning that we are going to be heading closer to even those 70s as we head into Thursday and Friday. Now, we will have some of our typical Wyoming winds in place pulling out of the southwest, which is helping to bring that warming potential. But as mentioned, we are keeping an eye on that weekend storm that has the potential of rain, some snowy sides to that storm system, as well as some wind, as temperatures will be cooling as we roll through that weekend forecast after seeing some warming this week. We even note that here into our Wednesday, we are starting off the day at 30 degrees, but we will be heading into those 60s as we pull underneath that west-southwesterly wind. Not looking to be too blustery for our Wednesday, so it should be a pretty enjoyable day. Might find an isolated wind gust up to about 20 miles per hour, but again, not looking at a big concern there. So statewide, it is going to be a gorgeous day. Speaking on some snowfall as well, note that the snowpack across some of our higher elevation points are going to see some decent melting the next few days. So note that some valley spots and basin areas will battle some fog, but we note that 50 degrees for Jackson, almost into Yellowstone, Lander even at 61, Cody at 64. Much of the east of the divide is looking at least widespread 60s, Muddy Gap climbing towards 58. Thursday, we show that not only are we going to hit the 60s, but we could hit those 70s as we're at 72 into Douglas, 65 into Newcastle, 69 there into Worland. We'll see by the end of the day Thursday some increasing cloud cover, as well as noting that Thursday into Friday as well as the weekend, those winds will continue to become a bit of a stronger concern, but not a high wind event, keeping about 20 to 30 mile per hour winds. Though keeping an eye on that switch of those winds on Sunday is where we will be noting the potential of changing over some of our precipitation type, as this will start as a rain event due to mild temperatures, but into Sunday there's at least a little bit of pullback in those temperatures that could allow for some snowfall.